Shabbat shalom. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's me again, Al Brown Spencer. Today is Friday, the 17th of April, 2026, and it's almost 6 o'clock in the late afternoon or early evening. And the situation is still the same. I'm still sleeping in my dirty van. I have no money, and I always ask people for help. And I'm still infested and full of these indestructible insects, and I am still asking for help from people every day to support me so I can get treatment. The reason I'm saying so because I went already to 3 hospitals, one locally here in Donostia San Sebastian, and for to those who did not see the other or my other videos, in Donostia San Sebastian, the doctor, she refused to help me, and she actually implied that something wrong with me mentally, and she actually called 2 psychiatrists and they came and talked to me. I went then to Laredo in Cantabria, and I went to the hospital in Cantabria in Laredo, and then the doctor again asked me to seek psychological help and all of this. And when I confronted him that he doesn't have the equipment, as he said to me, to actually see deep inside the ear, he said to me, then my next option is to go to Santander's main hospital, and there they definitely have all the equipment. And I went there, and the doctor there again asked me if I would consider consulting a psychiatrist, and of course I said 100% no, and that will never happen. And I have insects in my ears and I want them to help me. So anyway, he took a look again with the thing they have, which is useless, to be honest with you, because it doesn't give a whole clear image of the ear canal, the base of the ear canal, the surface and everything, and so on. And then he said, well, he couldn't see anything. And I explained to him that he needs to have a probe with a camera where they can put it all the way just before the eardrum, and then they look all around, especially down there by the eardrum where the insects dug in my living flesh and even bones. And he said to me, well, okay, he was going to phone the department responsible for they specialized at the ear and all of this, and they have all the equipment. And I waited for 10 minutes, and then he called me and he said, well, sorry, they refused to see me. And I am still trying my best to get people to help me and so on. And I have been gathering samples that the doctor from Santander, or the hospital in Santander, gave me after I requested from him to give me a medical jar where I can collect samples and so on. And he gave me, I will show you the medical jar. So he gave me this medical jar, and I don't know if you can see it clearly or not, because this is the front camera, which is the weakest camera, and it's not clear. But as you can see, these white stuffed dots, these are the insects, and here in the base here as well, and there, as you can see it, and there and there. All of these dots and white dots, these are the insects. The way that I managed to collect these insects were simple. Going to, when I can feel that they are all in my hair and my lungs and my throat and my sinuses and my nose. By the way, I will just explain something and mention something about the nose. When there are lots of them, I mean, like when these insects produce, because there are two of them here, when they produce lots of them, I run out of space in terms of my eyes and all of this. So when they fill my lungs and my throat, and as I said, they stay there for about 24 hours or less and then go to the eyes. And when they fill the eyes, literally, there is no space. They go inside the lids. And that is, I cannot explain to you how agonizing this and how painful. It's like pins and needles, because they are very spiky and they are tough. They are made out of material that, I am not exaggerating, I don't know, grain for a grain, they are heavier than metal. I mean, when I hear them fall from off my hair and they fall on the cardboard or white paper and so on, they make a sound that when I compare the size to the same size as metal or stainless steel, and you drop it, the metal doesn't make the same impact or the same sound. So they are heavy. They are made out of material. I don't know. They are indestructible. Anyway, when I ran out and all of this, and lots of them in my throat and my lungs, literally 2 days ago, they infested, rather than just inside, they infested all my nose, especially the membrane here around the cartilage. And I promise you, they kept on munching, and it was uncomfortable pain, but it wasn't like 100% pain suddenly, which would have required me to do something. But it was a pain over, I don't know, like a whole day. And then blood started to come from here. So they started to munch on the flesh itself, that all around here and here and here, the skin was eating and literally started bleeding. And the only way to get these buggers off my skin, especially in this place and so on, I got the pesticides, which I have here. I got this pesticides, and literally I sprayed it. I wouldn't recommend anyone to do this anyway, but I don't know. It's unbelievable. But anyway, I sprayed it here and here. And after 2 minutes, literally, the pain gone. I mean, the tingly a bit because of the pesticides. And then the uncomfortable pain of something eating my flesh, gone. And after 15 to 20 minutes, it was like normal, like now, nothing at all. So these insects are unbelievable. And 1 week ago, they are in my stomach. They are in you know, in my intestines. They are everywhere, literally everywhere. And you can see my eyes are very tired. I haven't slept well for, I don't know, for like over 3 weeks. Over 3 weeks or almost a month, I haven't been sleeping well because of these insects. Because at night when they fill my eyes, they go under the lid and it's unbearable, and so on. And when my lungs as well, when they fill my lungs too much, I can't breathe properly, and I have to get up and literally try to, you know, cough them out and so on. Anyway, I'm still waiting to get help from people. However, on Monday, I will have to go to Santander, to the hospital again with my samples, and literally ask them to, you know, I even, if they refuse, I will have to go to the police basically and ask them to force the hospital to help me and so on. That's if the police bothers by you know, doing something. And today I managed to take a video of one of these larvas, but the one I took photo or I've took video of today is older one, so I think that's about 4 or 5 days old. The larva, when they are still born or still produced, they are like a very tiny dot. But the problem is, even when you see the footages and the video of this 4 or 5 days larva, you can see it clearly from the video and with the naked eye. This is for one reason, because they are full of foamy soap. And as I said, that was the only way I managed to collect most of them. That I literally put lots of soap all around my head and my eyes and everywhere in my face and so on, and leave it there for 2-3 minutes. And every time the soap fades away, I do it again, blah, 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 for about 2-3 minutes. And after this, I wash, you know, I rinse everything and then wait. And then suddenly you can see them clearly, and they are like bright white because they have absorbed and they soaked or they swallowed this foamy soap, and they are white, so you can see them. But normally they are thinner. So when you see the video, these are the larvae. This is like 4 or 5 days larva. But when they are thinner, when they are like, you know, normally they are thinner and translucent white. So the people who designed these insects, because these insects are biological weapon, these insects, they jump like fleas and they are not fleas. They crawl like ants and they are not ants. And literally they produce a web when they jump from a place to another on my face, and I can feel it. They produce like a web, a line, like a web, like a spider. So the people who made these insects, they made them from more than one kind of insects, that it takes the best of each insect and they made it into this kind of insect. And it's a biological weapon. This is 100%, this is undoubtable, and 100% a biological weapon, and so on. And the ones in my ears, these the mothers or the breeders, these are unbelievable. I mean, like, they have been digging in my flesh and my bones for almost a month now, and they are so smart. It's not easy even to get them out. It's not easy to get anything to stick to them. It's unbelievable, and nothing affects them. You know, if you put alcohol, oil, water, nothing affects them whatsoever. And above all of this, I noticed that if I put alcohol drives them crazy. So if I put alcohol, it doesn't kill them. It just irritates them and aggravates them. And then they become so aggressive and they bite and they dig deeper and deeper, and they produce more larvae and so on. Not only this, it's not just that if I put alcohol in my ear, if I drink beer, even one beer, it happens. It makes them the same. So there must be something about alcohol that when they designed them that, you know, alcohol make them or drive them crazy. And I would like to think that the people who designed these larvae or these insects made it like this so they can claim that it's the alcohol effect, or that people, it's because of drinking or whatever. So in other words, and they got, and it's not only this, listen to this. Normally these larvae, without the soap or the foamy soap, without soaking this, or swallowing the foamy soap, you cannot see them. But it's like very difficult. You can still see them with the naked eye when you get very close, because they are thinner, and it's like thinner, and on the skin, it's difficult to see them. And if you notice them and see them, and then put like a spotlight, like a torch or whatever, they disappear. The light they reflect the light, and then they blend with the skin, so you cannot see them. So when you put the light on them, they disappear. You cannot see them. You remove the light, you can see them. And if you tilt the torch the way that it's just the weak light, very far on the right side or the left side of the torch, you still can see them. But when you put the spotlight on them, they disappear completely. And I reckon these bastards who developed them in a laboratory, they kept in their consideration, or they took in their consideration, that their targets of people, their victims, would seek a medical attention or medical help. And they know that the doctor or whatever, they always use a torch to see and so on. So they made them this way, so they are, almost impossible to see or detect. And this is, I'm not trying to give an excuse to the doctors who saw me in the hospital in Laredo or here, or the one in Santander and so on, because of, they should have believed me, and they should have helped me as much as they could, without putting any doubts in my credibility or my genuinity. Anyway, but this is one other fact about these insects. And when you see the video of these larvae, you will understand what I'm saying and so on. Anyway, please take a look on the video. And again, if anyone who is genuine and honest who would like to help, please get in touch and please help, because I need every help I can get. Especially that I need to leave. I have two options now, to go either to Cantabria, Castro Ordiales, or to go to France. And in either cases and so on, I don't know. I mean, maybe if it's not going to work here or there, I might end up in Netherlands. I might end up in Denmark in the end. I don't know. I'm still looking for a place to call home, where from the beginning my humanity and my human rights are respected and protected, where I can, if I get my justice and so on, I can enjoy my money, my freedom, and being protected. Or, if not by then I'm helped to get my justice and get my money and so on. Have I said that I wish I can get justice and my money and my compensations and my freedom as soon as possible. I mean, it's overdue, and I need to start living, basically. I have nothing at all, and my abusers, they have been destroying me physically, physiologically, emotionally, personally, in every way, shape, and form. Even mentally, they have tried on me over and over and over again with everything they have, and drugs and chemicals, and even lately or recently with biological weapon insects, that indestructible insects that, it's unbelievable. So yeah, if you can help, please get in touch. My event is in Ethaburo, Kalia, and you can contact me in person only, either before 10 o'clock in the morning or after 9 o'clock in the evening. Or you can find me outside the Breccia Center here in Donostia San Sebastian until 12 o'clock or sometimes 1 o'clock. If not, I go to Dia, that is next to Efedi, and I stay there for an hour or so, and then I start walking, asking people for help afterwards. Anyway, thank you very much. And please get in touch, and don't forget to take a look on the video, which I'm gonna upload separately from this video as well, so everyone can see it clearly without going through this video if they don't want to. Well, thank you very much, and have a great evening. Yeah, and hopefully you can help me. Thank you.